I was a bit late to the party, but I have very quickly become a huge fan of Bo Burnham, not just as a comedian, but as a creative force. His two previous Netflix comedy specials, What and Make Happy, are brilliant showcases of his truthful and sharp humour delivered in a way that fits his rather goofy stage presence. You also have his 2018 directorial debut 8th Grade, which is one of the most genuine and realistically awkward portrayals of school life I think I've ever seen in any form of media. And then there's Inside, Bo's newest comedy special, which is his first in 5 years, filmed, performed and edited entirely on his own during lockdown in his house. No crew, no audience, just Bo, his camera and his creativity. And what follows is an hour and 27 minutes of pure unfiltered imagination and incredibly brutal honesty that has never felt so cathartic, not just for Bo, but for us the viewers as well. Now obviously, by being limited in a very literal sense in terms of equipment, crew and resources, you're going to have to come up with something that both works to your advantages whilst also being doable with what you have. And with Inside, Bo somehow manages to push the boundaries in terms of what can be done with a literal one-man band approach. Bo has always been a comedian who has expanded their creativity despite working with the limitations that come with stand-up comedy. This is most notable in his comedic songwriting and inventive use of lighting during his shows. And thankfully, these are aspects that Inside takes and runs with in a way that truly shows the full extent of what he is capable of, almost making his previous comedy specials feel like they were barely scratching the surface. Whether it's through projections, LEDs, head torches, or even his phone, Bo finds endless ways to really make the visual approach of Inside appear so vibrant and artistic, despite using very basic methods to achieve them. And these eye-catching visuals do a fantastic job of adding an extra layer to the many hilarious songs that make up this comedy special. So much so that whenever one of these songs pops into my head, the creatively colourful visuals immediately come to mind as well. A lot of these songs, jokes and concepts that Bo presents with Inside wouldn't be nearly as effective as they are if it weren't for the visuals he has created. Two of the best examples that come to mind are the jokes aimed at lampooning reaction YouTube channels and streamers. I mean, hell, he'd probably take the piss out of this style of video if he had the chance. These are purely visual jokes that wouldn't work at all in a stand-up environment and perfectly lend themselves to the situation in which Bo is placed within for this comedy special. And it doesn't even stop there. You also have some drastic aspect ratio changes that really help get the points across for songs such as FaceTiming with My Mum or White Woman's Instagram. And again, these songs probably wouldn't work as well if it weren't for these visual creative choices. One last thing I want to touch upon when it comes to Inside is how, despite Bo being on his own in a room for the entirety of the special, there is a certain intimate and personal feel to it all that again you wouldn't be able to achieve if an entire crew or audience was present. It almost feels a lot of the time like Bo is talking directly to you, the viewer, and is specifically putting on a show just for you. There's the incredibly open and brutally honest one-to-one chats with the camera that feel very raw and emotional, not because that's what he's going for, but because they are genuine, as he has no one to interact with throughout the entire show other than himself.
I don't want to kill myself, and I'm not going to kill myself. And if you're out there and you're struggling with, suicidal thoughts and you want to kill yourself, I just want to tell you, don't. Okay? Can you not, please? Just don't, all right? Fucking quit it with the... But really, don't kill yourself. You don't want to.
You also have the simple but very effective approach for how he performs the song 30, which again is a brilliant showcase of how to create imaginative lighting and visuals with very little resources. Also, by seeing what Bo was able to do all on his own during lockdown, kind of makes you as a viewer want to get up and be creative yourself, which I think is very inspiring to anyone failing to find the motivation to pursue their creativity, especially in a time like this. If his previous comedy specials or feature film didn't yet convince you that Bo Burnham is one of the most talented and creative people working in the industry today, then Inside will definitely change that. Bo has come back after 5 years with the funniest and most truthful therapy session I think we all needed. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts on Bo Burnham's new special in the comments below. I absolutely adored it and I just cannot stop thinking about it. I'd love to read what you have to say, and I'd also like to start a discussion in the comments of some kind about this special because I think it'd be really interesting. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Bye.